Hi, my name is Dawn Patterson. I'm a founder trustee of Dravet Syndrome UK, and I'm here at Centre Parcs for our annual family Dravet gathering. When my son was diagnosed 9 years ago, there was no support whatsoever in the UK. It was the scariest thing in your life. You don't know where to go to, and you're searching desperately on the internet. I ended up having to go to America. I found a forum which was amazing, which gave me a lot of information. I met other families from the UK, and that's how we got the charity up and running.
Hi, I'm Ben, father of Zach, 17-year-old Dravet's child, driving up from London and approaching Centre Parcs for the annual Dravet's weekend, which we're really looking forward to. A chance to let our hair down and hang out with other parents, and for Zach to meet some other Dravet children.
For families to be able to get away and together as a Dravet syndrome community is absolutely amazing experience. Not only because it's usually the only holiday they may be able to get in a year away, but also they have the comfort of knowing that they are around families who are going through exactly the same experience. They can talk openly, they bond quickly, they make friendships which are long term.
Dravet syndrome is a type of epilepsy, obviously, but also just a really impactful thing to happen to any family. Unlike other forms of epilepsy, it is neurodegenerative and does limit longevity, which is very sad and something that all Dravet's parents have to deal with. We all just want to make the best of the time that we have with the children and maximise their care. A weekend like this can broaden your horizons a bit. It's educational.
Memorize all the traces. This only comes once in a life. I could never be so true. I'll be here with you.
When we got the diagnosis before, I thought it was just kind of epilepsy, and obviously people live with epilepsy. It was, you know, not a massive issue at the time. We had to fight to get the genetic test because a lot of them saying it wasn't this and it wasn't that, and our paediatrician managed to get the test done, and I think it took 3 months for it to come back. And when it came back, it was a positive test for the SCM1A gene, which led to a lot more aggressive seizures and a lot more hospital visits. Ambulances getting called all the time and paramedics turning up at all hours of the night, and still to this day we have hospital visits every week and things like that.
The incidence is around about 1 in 40,000, so not many people in the UK would recognise the name Dravet syndrome if you mentioned it to them. It's really important as far as being able to diagnose quickly. A lot of our children have taken over 1.5 years, which is crazy.
I think we were very panicky at the start, very worried, you know, fearing for her life quite a lot. I know it sounds awful, but it's one of those dreadful things that you can't change, and, you know, rather you get on with it or you don't, unfortunately.
Ruby thinks the world of Isla and is really, really good with her, aren't you?
She can tell when she's seizuring,
yeah,
when other people can't.
Yeah.
We have introduced a sibling event, which we feel is really, really important. Our siblings are so often missed out. They are often on the receiving end of events being cancelled as a result of their sibling being poorly. So we really felt it was important over our weekend with our families to actually spoil our siblings a little bit. This year our sibling event has been a laser shooting event, which is phenomenal.
Dravet UK, who I engaged with probably around 2 years ago initially, have been very supportive on a number of levels. We, again, like other parents, we joined the Facebook group and benefited from other families' experiences, people that had dealt with it longer than I had. Dravet UK itself was also amazing in giving us a grant for a mobile hoist, which has helped us with Zach's decreasing mobility. It's been life-altering for us, that piece of equipment, and enabled us to travel very easily. So we're very grateful to Dravet UK for that.
As a charity, we want to be able to take some of those pressures and stresses away from families so they can actually get the benefit of being around other Dravet syndrome families. This year we were really lucky to get a grant through the Genes for Genes charity. If we could get more money, we could put more money towards the accommodation. You know, if a family can't afford the accommodation cost, they're not going to come. So as a charity, we want to encourage that.
I feel a bit better now. I've met all the Dravet, other dads as well, and the spectrum of Dravet, how it is from affecting people very little to very lot.
She's learnt to clap this weekend.
She's just learnt to clap on the Dravet weekend as well. So
you're gonna...
I think we've all enjoyed it from everybody's point of view. I think it's been really good, but I'll be definitely coming again.